boys ready. Let's go. While they chase headlines, he digging through the tape. Third string grind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round, same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the cameras, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru.
Boom. Excuse me. Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also, don't forget to click on the notifications so you know when I go live. So, I was thinking before I did this video, listen, I'm honest, man. I truly hate breaking down and ranking corners. Corners and quarterbacks are my least favorite positions. And if anyone can tell you that they can grade A to the Z, baby, only 2 people are going to get that. But if anyone can tell you that they can break down each position as accurate as everyone, nah, that's full of shit, bro. Because you're going to have an eye for talent more better at one than the other. Right, so I'm thinking about that, but then I was like, wait a second. And it's only been one season, but as much as I hate ranking corners, last year I nailed the number 1 corner coming out of college. And no, it wasn't Travis Hunter. It was Michigan's Will Johnson. Find me another draft guard that had Michigan's Will Johnson as their number 1 corner. And as a rookie, he finished the season as the number 1 corner. So, giving myself a pat on the back. All right, we're going to be talking about Texas corner Malik Muhammad, 6 foot 190. Now, this kid got thrown to the Wolves as a freshman, and he stepped up. Had around 30 tackles, 4 passes defensed. As a true freshman, and you know the other team is going to pick on you, stepped up. Solid second year even. Same thing. He had, I think he had 6 passes defensed his sophomore year. So he's a true freshman, then second year, sophomore. Now this past season, 2025. So what I liked about this kid is he's progressed in his 3 years of ball at Texas. Also, I like he's been at Texas for 3 years. I personally do not like it when I see a kid and I see his background, 7 different colleges. Because, that kid is starting more than me. Oh, let me transfer. Oh, this coach don't like me. Let me transfer. It's called adversity, people, and you're going to go through that your entire life. What are you going to do when you're 35 and you're at a job and your supervisors don't like you or your coworkers don't like you? There's no transfer portal at 35, 40. It's adversity. You overcome it. So I love it when I see kids at the same college their whole career. So in 2025, 30 tackles, 2 interceptions, 4 passes defensed. 1 sack. Like, not getting a lot of love. What I do like about this kid is someone got in his ear. It is a very, in my opinion, I'm not a fan of this quarterback class. Not a fan of this tight end class, unless you're a blocking tight end. And I'm really not a great fan of this corner class. The safety class blows this corner away. But this kid is good. I think someone got in his ear and said, yo, come out now versus 2027. An injury could be down the road. You don't know who's going to develop, who's going to come out in 2027. Long story short, he's, like I said, he's 6 foot 190. Once you get, like, my sweet spot for corners is like 5'10", to like maybe 6'1". I just think once they get like maybe like if we're gonna push it, maybe 6'2". I just think once you get above that range, they just don't look natural. They don't look fluid in motion. They look awkward. They got tight hips. They're not fluid. So this kid is a perfect height where I like my corners. Very athletic. Uh Not getting the love he deserves, but I'm sure I think the combine starts this week. After this kid tests at the combine, you're going to hear a lot more about this kid, Malik Muhammad. And like I said, what I like the best is he got thrown to the wolves, and each year he's gotten better instead of going the other way. But yo, he's fast. He can jump. He's aggressive. He has a lot of a lot of times corners don't like to like, stick their nose in versus the run. He doesn't have a problem with that, man. Uh, he's solid. He's solid. Now let me try to pick some weaknesses. And I hate like when people think like, "Oh, I'm shitting on them or whatever." All right, he's listed at 190. He's probably like 180. You know, let's be honest. If you ever played a sport or you ever coached a sport, we all know we play with the roster sizes. So we'll find out what he weighs at the combine, but he could be maybe 5-10 pounds of muscle heavier. But and this kid has played top flight competition, man. So how ironic though, after the combine, you're gonna hear a lot more videos on this kid. And I just got a feeling, it don't mean nothing, but I got a feeling his name is going to be called a lot earlier than people are projecting. Dog Pound, boom, what's up? What's up, Savage? Is this a weak corner class? Yeah. Yeah, Dog Pound. In my opinion, like I said, it means nothing, but it's a horrendous quarterback class, even though there's gonna be gems found later on, that are gonna start. But I just think it's a weak quarterback class. I think it's a horrendous tight end class, unless you like your tight ends to be 6'2", 230 pounds, which some teams are going to that for pass catching, but they're not going to give you nothing in the run blocking department. And there's other teams, like, unless you're 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 260, they're not even going to look at you. So it's a below average receiving tight end class. It is above average if you want a blocking tight end. But 9 times out of 10, those big ass blocking tight ends, they just go undrafted. But they latch onto a team within 24 hours of the draft being over, and they have a home in the NFL for 10 years. And yeah, I do think the corner class is very weak compared to the safety class. Safety class blows this corner away. You're going to see some reaches at the end of the first round with corners. I don't want to put out too much, but if just as I love the kid Avian Terrell from Clemson. I like him a lot as a corner. I do. So just going to leave that at that. But I'm going to put some tape in the comment section, and you're going to be looking out for Malik Muhammad, Texas. Dog Pound, thank you for jumping in the chat. I'm going to be coming back at you. I have a guard, which nobody cares about, but I got a guard coming back out, and then I might throw a D tackle or a fullback. A fullback, right? But when I get to this fullback, I guarantee you, I'm going to name the coaches that he's going to play for, because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life. Boom, over and out. Dog Pound, thank you for jumping in the chat.